Hello, hope you're having a great day. Now, if you watched yesterday's video, which I actually only finished filming this morning, you'll know that I ended up going to bed super late last night and I've ended up getting up late again today. I actually ended up having a really long lie-in with my beautiful girlfriend Kat, and it's just seeming like my circadian rhythm is just getting later and later and later and later. I'm getting to the stage now where I'm going to bed later and I'm getting up later every day, and it's like I'm just slowly but surely reverting back to the rhythm that I used to live in, where I'd go to bed at 1, 2, 3 in the morning and get up at 9, 10, 11 in the morning. And yeah, it's no good. I need to maybe actually prioritize my sleep as like my number one priority, put it before the videos, put it before my fitness in a way, but that will kind of all fall into place if I just get up every day. But certainly in terms of gym sessions, focus on not going to the gym super late. For the foreseeable future, I need to, I think, prioritize sleep, because it is the one thing that's really making me fail at the moment. Yesterday we did get back late from the car meet, but there's always a reason for me to end up going to bed late. But even when I did get back from the car meet last night late, I still ended up turning on my MacBook. I actually hadn't released the video before I went out and done everything I needed to yesterday, so I had to do that. I had to turn my MacBook on to do that. But then I started messaging some of the people that we were out at the car meet with and stuff, and there's always things that I could do that I'm not doing that could prioritize my sleep more, which then could make me have more chance of getting up on time every morning. But it's been a very long phase now where I just haven't been getting up at 7:30 at all. I'm literally having a lie in every day, and it's no good. Part of me was thinking, as you do, right? Just sort of waiting for this phase to pass, understanding that, life, or certainly my life, normally runs in phases, and, acknowledging that when you take a step back, my life is still way better than it was when I was taking drugs and being a degenerate. But, you can't really just rely on waiting for phases to pass. You need to put action in and put steps in place to nudge that in the right direction. I can't just wait for this phase to pass, because it won't. I need to accept that my life goes in phases, accept that my life is still way better than it was. Even if I am failing to get up at the moment, I'm still staying productive, I'm still clean from drinking drugs, but also, focus on whatever I can to nudge it in the right direction so that I can get through this phase and actively start getting up earlier in the mornings and attacking the day. So yeah, I need to really, really focus on going to bed early. I think there was a time, maybe a couple of months ago, where I was sort of coming out of a spell of not being able to get up, and I just literally did that. It was like, in the evenings, even if I'm sort of short of time and really pushed for getting a video out the next day or whatever, and it requires me to sit up late and edit, I just have to not. For examples like last night, even if I need to turn my MacBook on to release an on-track video that I forgot to earlier in the day, maybe I need to then make the decision, no, I can't do that, because I know that I'll end up going into a rabbit hole of doing other stuff on the MacBook, which is then going to make me go to bed late. I need to literally think of everything in terms of, is this going to make me go to bed late? And if it is, then I need to not do it. So I think I need to really focus on prioritising my sleep if I'm going to get through this spell of lying in, right? Because it has become like a real problem. I mean, today I sort of decided yesterday, because I didn't finish filming the video that I've been working on for ages, I sort of decided that I was going to sit in today and edit the footage that I captured yesterday at the car meet and stuff, and just release that as a video. But even that is going to be a push now. But even if I do get that done, think of what else I could have got done as well. Maybe I would have had time to go over to the other garage and continue with that video that I've been working on for ages that I haven't finished yet. I've actually got to go over to the garage to pick up some parts that I need to take with me when I go to see someone tomorrow who's going to be helping me with something on the cars, and I'm going to be filming then as well. So, I've got to go over to the other garage anyway, and because I've ended up lying in this morning, if I end up getting this other video out today that I shot yesterday, then you can definitely say that if I did get up early this morning, I could have done that and gone over to the other garage and maybe carried on with that video that I've been filming on for ages whilst going over there to pick up those parts. So even if I do sort of just scrape through and manage to get things done that I need to whilst getting up late, it still doesn't make it all right, because I could have got more done if I did get up on time, right? And ultimately, I've said before that if I do keep getting up late and then still managing to scrape through and get everything done that I need to, then I'm not learning the lesson, am I? But yeah, I am starting like really late today. I was laying in bed earlier, and my mind just starts like contemplating not filming a video today, not making these videos anymore. It's like my mind's trying to make me hide away from the fact that I'm failing, rather than facing the fact that I'm failing yet again. And I know that I can't just hide away from it. I know I can't just like not make these videos and carry on not trying to get up early in the morning, or carry on not wanting to get up early in the morning. That's not the answer. The answer is to keep owning up to the fact that I'm failing and then go again. In terms of like my past drug use, just forgetting about the fact that I might have fallen off the wagon and carried on as if it didn't happen never helps, did it? Because then I'd end up again taking drugs and regretting it. The only time that I've actually been successful in staying clean is by acknowledging fully that there is an issue and then trying to tackle it head on. So that's what I need to do with this utter failure lately of being able to get up. I can't just forget about it, brush it aside, accept it and move on. It's like, no, I have to, yes, accept it, but not allow my mind to persuade me that it's okay, because it's not. And I need to not allow my mind to persuade me that it's impossible to tackle, because it's not. Yeah, it'd be easier to not bother tackling it. It'd be easier just to accept that I'm not a morning person and just lying every day. But if I keep accepting things like that without trying to change it and without trying to better myself, then ultimately I'll just go down the negative spiral and end up back where I was, and that's definitely not what I want to do. But anyway, despite my mind trying to tell me to forget everything, not bother doing any of my morning routine because it was so late, despite my mind trying to tell me not to bother making a video today, etc., I have picked up the camera. Now, in between me filming the clip to end yesterday's video a little while ago and picking up the camera to film this, I have done the usual things that I normally do in the morning, except going for my walk around the block. I have flopped that, but I've written in my gratitude journal, I've had a meditation, and as usual, after starting this video, I am going to bang out a workout. I'm planning to go to boxing this evening, and usually on a Tuesday morning I do an ab session, so that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to bang out some sit-ups, going to bang out some Russian twists, going to do the laying on the floor with my legs slightly off the ground for 30 seconds. They're the 3 exercises, 2 sets of each, and then I'm going to be having a super, super late breakfast. Oh, not before I have a cold shower though. I am going to have a cold shower after my workout. Because even though it's late, even though I don't have time to do all this stuff, I just have to keep stubbornly still, going through my morning routines, even when I get up late. Because if I start getting into the habit of flopping my morning routine, then I just kind of see doing the morning routines, when I do wake up late and I end up doing this stuff late, it's me actively deciding to turn the day around, if you like. Whereas if I don't end up doing my morning routine stuff, it just ends up turning into a nothing day. So anyway, that's enough waffling. Let's do some abs. Alright, well I barely got the video edited, which we shot yesterday when we went out to the car meet, so that will go out this evening, which is good. and we're on our way to boxing now. Going to be a few minutes late, but yeah, not too bad really. I have had an Easter egg today though, because you know it was Easter yesterday, so I might regret that in my boxing session. That might make me feel a bit sick. But we'll see how I get on. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to edit yesterday's video on this channel before I can go into boxing. Obviously didn't have time to go over to my other garage to grab the parts that I'm going to have to grab today, because I need them for early in the morning. Where I'm going tomorrow, I'm going to be driving at rush hour, so even if the other garage is on the way there, I haven't checked yet, yeah, it makes more sense to grab them today, because in the area where my other garage is, there's loads of rush hour traffic. It can take, you know, an hour to get sort of in and out of that area. So yeah, going to boxing, then gonna have to go over to my other garage and grab those bits afterwards, and then still gonna have to edit yesterday's video on this channel. But yeah, just really glad that I barely managed to get the video edited for the other channel. Whatever happens, I'll chat to you at some point after boxing, if I survive. Alright, you know, join me at home, and it is 11:15. Boxing was awesome as usual. I thought it was with Coach Saud, and I got Kat to come to the door of the boxing gym room basically, so that I could tell her how long I was going to be, because Coach Saud's classes are shorter than Coach Joe's classes. I don't have a phone, and yeah, Kat needed to know basically what time to pick me up. So walked in there, Saud was there, so I told Kat it was going to be a relatively short session, and then 20 minutes later, Joe rolled in and apologised for being late. So yeah, I kind of had to cut my boxing session shorter than it was otherwise going to be. I ended up doing some head sparring, as I usually do when Joe is taking the sessions, but I nearly didn't bother, because earlier on in the session we did a bleep test. Now I'm sure loads of you remember the bleep test at school, where you got to run between 2 points, and you know the bleeps get quicker and quicker, so you know you're getting more and more and more tired, but then you've got to get to each side of the gym or whatever quicker and quicker as you're getting more and more tired. Well, this bleep test, you basically punch in a bag. You've got to punch the bag 4 times, you know, between the bleeps, and you know as you're getting more and more and more tired, the bleeps are getting closer and closer together. And also every now and again he would take one of us at a time to like work with him for 40 seconds or whatever on the pads, right? So he's just telling you what punches to throw, and yeah, so you're getting knackered doing that, and then going back to doing the bleep test. So yeah, I felt like after I'd done the bleep test, even though I'd already told him yeah I was up for doing head sparring at the end of the session, I felt like I weren't going to be able to. But then at the end of the session I sort of thought, yeah, I've got a round in me, you know what I mean? Ended up doing 4 rounds, I think it was 4 or 6, and yeah, then I was spent. And yeah, at that point I sort of decided to not do my stretching and stuff at the end of the session, because I knew Kat would be already waiting outside for me, because she thought I was going to be doing a shorter session with Saud. But yeah, boxing was awesome. I know I always say that, but yeah, I can feel myself getting stronger and stronger. I can actually sort of notice myself getting a little bit better at the technical stuff as well, which is, you know, where I normally fail. So yeah, it's awesome. Oh, I've also got some new boxing boots. I explained in the video a few days ago that I was trying to get the old version of the Lonsdale ones, and it was hard to find my size, but Kat very kindly went out and found them for me in one of the sport and soccer branches. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they're sort of higher up than my old ones, so they kind of help me with my sort of ankle twisting. I've still got a lot of pain in my right ankle. It's sort of never there, and then it is there after a boxing session, but I think the sort of more stiff and higher boots might help me like not retwist it. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, boxing's awesome, as I say. Like, but you know, when I'm in the session, I just feel like I'm gonna die. Like when we're doing, you know, whatever exercise. But I'm just noticing that, you know, once we stop whatever round of exercise we're doing, I'm just recovering quicker and quicker. And as I say, I do feel like I'm getting a bit better at the technical stuff as well, which is awesome. But once Kat picked me up, I needed to go over to my other garage to pick up some parts that I was going to be taking to a friend of mine early tomorrow once I drop Kat off from work, because he's going to be doing some work on one of the engine parts basically that I've got. So, you know, rather than me rushing over to the other garage in rush hour, I thought, oh, it'd be good to go over there tonight to grab them bits. But then on the way to the other garage, we noticed that Kat's got a puncture in one of her tyres. She's got, like, it comes up on the screen of the car, it lets you know when the tyres are going down. So we ended up having to stop twice on the way back from the garage to pump the tyre up. Yeah, because it's a slow puncture, but it's not that much of a slow puncture. So because of that, I've decided that I'm not going to go and see my friend tomorrow to do what I needed those parts for, because I was going to take Kat's car, and we've had to put the space saver on the car, and you can only do like 50 mile an hour on that tyre. So yeah, we went over to the other garage to grab the parts that I definitely needed for the morning, but because she got a puncture, we don't need them parts in the morning now. And yeah, I've had to get out in the rain and just put a spare space saver wheel on so that she can at least take the car to work tomorrow. So yeah, bit of a nightmare really after a boxing session. And yeah, as I say, it's now 10 to 11, and Kat has just knocked up our dinner, which eating late. I'm still editing the on track video that is supposed to go out like tonight. So all this is adding up to me, not being able to go to bed at 11, which is going to have a knock-on effect in terms of me trying to get out of this period at the moment of not being able to get up early in the morning. But you know what? It is what it is. That's life, and yeah, things come up. That's what life's all about. Life's all about challenges, and it's all about how you deal with them challenges. Like, I did have a bit of a moment earlier where I'm just thinking, everything all bad happens to me, and just sort of like, not getting overwhelmed with negativity in my mind, but you have those thoughts, don't you, where you're just sort of like resisting what's going on, when there's no point. Like, you can't deal with anything in life unless you accept it. Like, you need to accept that there's a load of shit coming your way and deal with it in the best way you can. Dwelling in it isn't going to help anything, is it? So yeah, glad I got out in the rain and put the spare tyre on Kat's car so that she can use the car tomorrow. But yeah, what a faff. Anyway, time for me to eat my dinner, which happens to be steak, so not all bad. Kat's already demolished hers whilst I was filming that last clip. Alright, so I'm actually getting to bed at just gone midnight, which isn't ideal. Going to bed late makes things harder in terms of me getting up in the morning. But yeah, with all the hassle that we had earlier with Kat's tyre and whatnot, it was inevitable that I wasn't going to be getting to bed at 11, seeing as I was having dinner at 11:15. My plans have changed slightly for tomorrow now because of Kat's car, but I'm determined to get up early and make it a productive day. Because I'm so busy, there's always a plan B to make sure that I don't waste the day. But yeah, as I've said so many times recently, getting up early in the mornings is becoming a struggle, and I really need to get back on my game in terms of getting up early and attacking the day. But yeah, that's to come tomorrow. Right now I need to go to bed. Massive thanks as always to everyone who's tuned in. Feel free to get in touch with me through all the usual channels, or just drop a comment below this video. I'll be back for another video tomorrow for you guys that want to follow me on my day, so I'll chat to you then.